Hi, hello. One more video, and I'm also trying to get my share of vitamin D today. Hi. This is another video where I'm going to talk about one famous writer from Bangalore, in the city where I live, Bengaluru. He's an important writer, U.R Ananthamurthy, and I thought it's important for us to know some of the writers from our part of the world, also India. And we are in a very nice place, Lalbagh. It's a gorgeous green place, and it's important to know who you are, where are we from, and that's a theme I have been struggling a bit with, nostalgia. The need to go back to the past and the need to know who I am. And U.R Ananthamurthy is somebody who has helped me in the past, somebody I want to read again and again. And I'm always surprised by the fact that people don't know much about him. I think he's a brilliant writer, somebody we should know more about. So, yeah, in today's episode, I'll be trying to do that. So, when I was in law college, I used to read a lot of books. I love reading books. But U.R Ananthamurthy is not a name I ever encountered. He's a very famous Kannada writer who's written some excellent texts, but I've never really been introduced to his work. So it's very surprising for me that I got first introduced to his work when I was in UK, uh, and I was actually feeling very nostalgic. It often happens that when you are away from your home and when you start missing everything about India. Nostalgia takes over, Swadesh moment. You start missing. So I was also looking for text, Indian text, and I stumbled upon Tagore's Gora, and there was this small book which was comparing. It was a book of collection of essays, which was comparing Tagore's Gora with U.R Ananthamurthy's Samskara. And I was very surprised to hear this name, U.R Ananthamurthy. I had never heard of this name until that time, and this book called Samskara. I started reading the essay, and it basically spoke about journey of two different men in the respective books, and how they are trying to figure out the traditions in which they grew up, the value around it, what does it mean, what does it meant for them. So I was very fascinated by that. But again, like I said, Ananthamurthy was not really part of my circles. So when I came back to Bangalore and I was here for some time, I was surprised to suddenly realize that U.R Ananthamurthy was an important name in Bangalore. And like I said, he was the person responsible for renaming the city to Bengaluru. He was very proud of Kannada language, extremely proud of the culture we had, and still a very strong critique of the culture. And I think that that's beautiful. People who understand their culture, people who are willing to engage with the culture, and people who are willing to critique it. So, Samskara, this is the book. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this book really did something. So, and there's a little story behind this book also. I found this book in Shanthinikethan. It's a small town in West Bengal. It's another beautiful city. It's a town which was created by Rabindranath Tagore. And I had gone for some work, and I was walking around the small town, and I stumbled upon this old library. And there was this man who had collected all old books, and he was selling this book for 99. And again, I was surprised that I saw the name Ananthamurthy, so I just picked it up, never thinking that will read it. And then I opened it, and oh my God, the way Samskara has affected me, it's intense. So Samskara is a Sanskrit word, and so if you read the book, there's a whole section on is explaining all these words. But Samskara basically means a rite of passage. So in some of our cultures, in Hinduism and all, there are it's believed that there are different parts of your life, phases of your life, and you have to move from one phase to another phase. So Samskara is that rite of passage. It helps you move from one phase to another phase. And it was very surprising for me to realize that Ananthamurthy wrote this beautiful book while sitting in Birmingham in United Kingdom. He was all away from his home, and he was thinking and writing about his own culture in the form of a novel here. Basically, this novel, like I said, is just about a man who is going through different parts of his life. I would really recommend it to read it, because it really provokes you. It makes you think about what is your religion, what is the role of religion in your life, how much of it is just rituals, how much of it is actually thinking about, how it affects your life, and how it affects everybody around it. So Samskara, it's beautiful. And also in this case, it's also right for a dead man. When a person dies, who are the ones who decides what's the ritual, and how do we say goodbyes to our people in our lives. So very interesting. So this is where I was introduced to Ananthamurthy's work, and then I started reading more and more of his work. Again, I'm extremely in awe of people who write in their original language or in their local language, and then somebody else translates. I do believe a lot of it gets lost in translation, but still, it's so nice to hear about other writers, other languages. Because I feel like when we talk about Indian writers, Tagore is a beautiful name, Satyajit Ray is a beautiful name, but there are other writers who gets lost. So this is one more attempt, to find out these gems and talk about it. It's not just Ananthamurthy was a great writer. He was a professor. He was a film critic. A lot of his a lot of his work also got introduced into cinema also. So Kannada industry also owes a lot to him. So I do think it would be great if we can find some more authors from India, because there are gems in this country who have written great stuff. And like U.R Ananthamurthy, I wish we can explore more. So this is a new thing I'm trying. Authors who inspired me and their books, I would love to share their work with you all. So let me know in the comment section if there are any books like this that who inspired you or made a huge difference in your life. That would be great. And yeah, let me know if there's another way of doing this where maybe you want me to read a section of the book, something that would inspire you more. For now, I'm just gonna take English translations because I do want to read more books which were written in other local languages and then translated. But yeah, I'm really excited about this book review section. I hope so you guys also enjoy it as much as I do. And if you're able to even pick up the book Samskara and read a passage or even one page, let me know if you really liked it. Bye.